what I do. Lace up the shoes, chase W's, yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and look.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Trahan. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A throw taken in by Hamilton. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Ready. 10 logo.
Check, 43. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got tight left.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Check 43.
Get it.
To throw again. Trahan to Michel on the screen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
43. Mike's 43. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Trahan. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. Deep rip.
Back to throw again. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dolphins 6-yard line.
Ready up.
3 to Mike, boy. 43. Check, 43. In your face.
Second and 6. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
5 down.
Look at me. Zipper. 2.
And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We're set. Like an egg. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
I'm set. 19. 54. We ain't giving up nothing. 31. Mike 5-4. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
After the run, Watson going to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw from his end zone. Trahan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready? Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Dolphins nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Just like that.
From the gun, Trahan. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Trahan to Michelle on the dump off. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Michelle. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, wahoo!
43 is the mic. Watch the back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
43. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Charlie. Hurry, hurry. Get it.
On 3rd and 2, Trahan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Watson off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
24. 57,
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st. On 1st down, Watson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
26-yard line.
Watson just beating the play clock. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got it to Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
And the Dolphins first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Mike 57. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw is Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
That's what I do.
From the gun, Trahan. That one into the hands of Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Complete to Deshaun Hamilton. Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Ready. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Trahan completes this one to Meredith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Hey, dude.
March 43. March 43. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Here we go.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Trahan. Got his man. That's Harry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Trahan. Open man here is Hamilton. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Set, ready? 10-2, start.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Operating from the gun, Trahan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got him.
It's a loss of 9. Now 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Get out here. That's how we do it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got
Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Undercrush.
They go to Johnson again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
This is it. Play T.
Good trap. 57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Cut.
57. Mike, 57.
Here we go, G.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Oh, some strong running. He was looking for Parker that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Get that ball.
Throwing on 1st down. Trahan. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they had the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Hey, Alpha.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready.
2nd and 13. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Michel. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let him know, let him know. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Go.
2nd and 4. The quick slant caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Hamilton. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Trahan. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Big stop, let's go.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
60 outlaw. Tight down. There you go. Hey, Haywood.
On first down, Trahan, and that is incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, Foxtrot.
March 43. March 43.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Throwing again. Trahan gets it to Meredith, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, Echo. Check right. Watching you five.
Operating from the gun. Trahan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Here's Johnson. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Watson. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Charles Harris in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Second down.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Complete to Hilton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Watson now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Line 54. Line 54.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Check, 43. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw from his end zone. Trahan over the middle. That's caught by Meredith. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Michelle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
19, 57, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
3rd and 2, Watson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. On 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 25.
On 1st down, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 39, Watson. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw is Watson.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 26.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it makes the score 21-10.
Dolphins 10.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the pass.
Get it.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 42-yard line.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
Check 55 to Mike.
Yeah. He don't want none.
Set, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Okay,
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.